So, Mike, you got over your Cup and Guiseley blip with a great 2-0 away win at Hinckley, so City continue to travel well.
Yeah, we have. We've played 5-1-4 and gave a good account of ourselves at Halifax in the one we did lose. I think when a team's good away from home, it does show they've got a bit of mental strength about them and a bit of character. And as I keep suggesting to people recently, that's us. You know, we are what we are. There's no frills about us. We're a hard, honest working side, and I know in that dressing room we've got some really good characters, and you don't go away from home win 4 out of 5 without having those types in your dressing room.
And talking about characters, I mean, Wayne Blossom left the club a couple of weeks back. He's a player you took a chance on, and he did really well for you, didn't he?
Yeah, Wayne was. It was a bit of a chance because when you sign a player, you do a bit of homework in it, and the information I got back was a little bit mixed. But ultimately, it's about what he does when he crosses that white line at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I can't fault Wayne.
And he scored a goal this week for his new club, didn't he?
He did, yeah. It was a scissor kick, and you know, Wayne. You see Wayne sometimes, and he's probably the worst trainer I've ever actually worked with. But as soon as it came to a small-sided game or something competitive, he switched on, and he has really good feet and good ability. It was a shame, really. It was a shame for both of us because, as captain, he didn't the right to have a crack at the Conference North. But he just got injured at the wrong time, and people came in and they did really well. And that, unfortunately or fortunately, is football. All
right, so you've had a bit of a break. What have the team been doing?
Well, we had Thursday off after Hinckley. We trained Saturday, we trained Tuesday, we're training Thursday, and I just think mentally it's quite nice not to get yourself geared up for a game. But I've got to make sure in training on Thursday that we are at it, because everything needs to be done as if we do it in a match. It needs to be a real high tempo. We need to go and get closing people down in tight with people and move the ball quickly, because we can't not be in top gear tonight, expect to be in top gear Saturday. So the break has its advantages, but it sometimes can have its disadvantages as well.
So I get to see Jacob Walcott for the first time this weekend, and the club continues to attract good quality players.
Well, we're a club at a good level with good facilities, a really fantastic training facility, and there's a lot of good talent locally. And Jacob lives in Carterton. He was at Reading as a kid, same as Jack Mills. They've both got fantastic pedigree, but they're now in an adult environment. They're away from the cotton wool environment of Reading and Premiership football, and they got to stand on their own 2 feet and get on with it. And I know Jacob's got the tools, but he's now got to learn how to use them. So
talking about your visitors on Saturday, they got a 275-mile trip. Workington, they've had a good pedigree too, haven't they? Because they've been in the league before. I think their highest position was 5th in what would now be the First Division. Another challenge for City.
Yeah, it's again an ex-league football club. You know, we've not been blessed with the easiest of starts, and I had the fortune of being able to watch them on Saturday, and I thought they were very good. I was really impressed with their attitude, the fact they went about their business, and it was a tough old game at Barwell. It made things really difficult and turn it into a scrap, and they stood up for themselves. And I'm really looking forward to it Saturday, because they'll try and play a little bit, but their manager clearly has got them in the sort of the same mindset as hopefully I've got my players, that have a go, scrap, fight, don't give up, you know. And I'm looking forward to Saturday. It'll be a tough one, but they're all tough.
And we should get a big crowd, because United aren't playing until Monday, and we've got non-league weekend too and some deals, and the Nomads are also playing Sunday, so it's quite a busy weekend for you.
Yeah, I really hope that we get people who, you know, I wouldn't expect them to be regular visitors to Court Place Farm, but if they're at a loose end on a Saturday afternoon and they enjoyed their first experience with us, which hopefully is this weekend, they'll come back. Because, you know, for a club at our level, to have an extra 30 or 40 people on the gate, you know, that's a lot of revenue. You know, you're talking 500 quid every match. So it's important that we manage to sort of bolster our gates. Probably at the moment, as a football team, we're doing our bit, and I'm sure as damn it the club are doing their bit. We just got, hopefully people decide to turn up. But whoever's here, their support's always valued, and hopefully we can put on a performance which will get us 3 points.
You got a fit squad to pick from?
Yeah, everyone's fit. The only one missing will be Liam Malone, who's suspended this weekend for his very unfortunate, really, his 2 yellows at Yate. But in the course of a season, you're going to miss players, and it's probably Andy Ballard's opportunity to stake a claim to stay in the side for next week.
So, Brian, the last time you and I spoke in a formal sort of interview was we were sat now in the boardroom, and you just actually been presented with a medal, because you didn't expect that at all, did you? City had just got promoted. Nomads were top. You had the new facilities that had been opened. Both said to each other at that time, things couldn't get much better. Right. Brilliant season. So that was the 130th season of Oxford City's life in the football. Yep. How do you think the 131st season is shaping up so far?
Well, like you say, you said things couldn't get any better, but perhaps they seem to be fair, because obviously looking at the position of the first team in the league, fourth in the league in the Blue Square North, which are on their wildest dreams for this season. I know it's very early, but we've played 10 games and we're in fourth position, so fingers crossed. I've got to say I've been pleasantly surprised by the standard of the teams. I was told it was going to be a very tough league, we might get kicked to death, but every team seems to want to play football. We like to play football, so I think that's helped us, to be fair, and we're elated in the position we are, to be fair.
We shouldn't lose sight that it's a family club. We could hear families in the background on a Thursday night at training. And again, I always impressed me about the buzz about the place, because tonight you've got a youth team game on the pitch. We've got the first team playing on Saturday and the Nomads playing here on Sunday. It's actually the non-league weekend as well. So, again, a very busy weekend for you.
Yeah, very busy. And you actually forgot to mention that the ladies are also playing.
Oh, I can't forget to mention the ladies. I'll get thumped if I do that.
They are playing on their 3G pitch at 2 o'clock in the Women's FA Cup. So we've actually got 2 matches going on at the same time on Sunday. Of course, with all their other youth and boys and girls teams, which is also playing outside. So, I mean, there is a buzz about the place, there's no doubt about it. We run nearly 40 teams, so obviously there's a lot of people about, and that's what keeps us going, that's what we work for, and I think it's fantastic.
What always impresses me about Oxford City Football Club is the fact that you're all volunteers, you have to raise every penny, you have to, and you never stand still, but promotion this year hasn't come cheap, has it?
No, not cheap at all, obviously, that just the sheer travelling, to be fair, where last year, probably only had about 5 or 6 coaches. This year, probably be using cars about 5 or 6 times, all the rest of coaches, and some of them long distances with 2 drivers sometimes, so none of that comes cheap, obviously.
What about ground improvements?
Well, I was just going to add that, ground improvements. We've got to do quite a bit, to be honest, with the stand, with the turnstiles, the dugouts and the lights, and there might be something added on top of that to get to promotion. You have to do a even bit more, so, it's a lot to do, and of course it costs money, every time.
Yeah. Do you get any money from the league for that or not?
None at all, no. It's all down to what we can raise ourselves, so.
Or the begging bowl comes out again.
The begging bowl, then there's a few different bowls flying about, but no, it's not easy, and a lot of clubs don't find it easy. I mean, I know we're not the only one, but obviously this puts added pressure with going into a new league and the grading systems that they've got these days. So.
Now, one of the big improvements here has been to the actual ground itself. It's actually not the best of evenings we're sat here. It's tipping down with rain outside. Go back a couple of seasons ago, we probably would have been trying to pump up the pitch and get the ducks off, but it's much improved, isn't it?
Yeah, much improved. I mean, even last season, if you'd have had any heavy rain at all, the game would probably have been called off. But to be fair, the council have done a lot of work. There's been a lot of drainage put in, and it seems to have worked, to be honest, because we've had some torrential downpours, and the pitch has been fine.
Let's the pair of us dream a bit here. Let's say we're going to wind the clock forward to the end of this current season. We're stood in this boardroom, which is being expanded, and even as we speak, we're sat in a semi-building site, and that's another part of the development here. And you've got another gong because City have been promoted again, and this is getting very serious now, isn't it? Because at the moment we're 5th, as it were, and strange things have happened. Fourth there, even better.
Don't put us down.
Never puts Oxford City down. The fact is that would be a huge leap for Oxford City. I mean, I know that when we talked about last year in the Nomads League, for a whole variety of reasons, you have to decide when you start the season whether you want to get promoted or not. I hadn't understood this last year, but that's the situation. City decided that they wouldn't do it for obvious reasons we won't go into now. But what if the pair of us sat here at the end of this season and you got promoted to the conference proper?
Well, yeah. I don't really dare think about it, to be honest. I mean, what you've got to add to that, in the last 7 years we've had 3 promotions anyway, so I mean we've made huge strides, so to go up another one is beyond the dream, I think, really, but let's see what happens. I mean it's early days yet, but
It's exciting stuff,
Yeah,
isn't
of course
it?
it's exciting stuff. You know, everyone loves success, and when you've got success at a club, it, like you say, it buzzes around to everybody as well. People in the town are interested. You know, I get a lot more people stopping me now talking about City, so that's a great thing, to be honest. And it just rubs off, I think, success, and we're enjoying it at the moment. So let's hope it keeps going.
Long may it continue. Thanks a lot, Brian.